Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Johnnie's bite.
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakeel. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? And yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou prepares a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, my cup overflows, and surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. And we shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever. Amen. Assalamu alaikum. It's Wednesday. Welcome to Johnnie's Bite. And a big thanks to all those who spent time to pray for me, especially Dr. and Mrs. Okwabi, who spent time to pray for me, and many others who also pray for me on Wednesdays, my day especially. Big shouts to President Akufo-Addo, who was also born on a Wednesday. Now, yesterday, the appeal court, by a majority decision, decided that Kesala forcing the minority leader and Richard Jakpa should walk and they should go home. They are being freed. The Attorney General, Godfrey Dame, has indicated that he disagrees with the court. Well, he has a right, and that he will appeal. There's a cut from a shot from Samson Ladiain, and he's a private legal practitioner. He's also a broadcaster. He had done something about all of this back and forth, the ambulance trial. Read.
Johnnie's
Pray.
bite.
The thing about proof beyond all reasonable doubt, and that is the main thing you look for in a criminal trial, beyond all reasonable doubt. This ambulance case was for 2.4 million euros. The other day, this two known guy said the state may have benefited if the plea offer of 2 million was accepted. Pray. The thing about proof beyond all reasonable doubt, this ambulance case was for 2.4 million euros. The other day, this two known guy said the state may have benefited if the plea offer of 2 million euros was accepted. Who is the two known guy? That's Samson Ladiain. He did a whole editorial on it. And he's a lawyer who has been plying his trade with great felicity of style in the courts. And he had asked a question. And it pricked my mind that, okay, listening to the Attorney General on some interviews, I get a sense that he had wanted, for example, Atuforsin and Jakpa to have come to him. And there's evidence that, well, Big C had made that approach. But he had wanted Atuforsin and Jakpa to come. And you ask yourself exactly what the motive is. Because if you are looking for money in a matter, and the people come to you with the money, and you refuse to take the money, then there has to be another motive beyond what you may be convincing the public that there is. Is it witch hunting, political witch hunting? I don't know. Is it for self-aggrandizement? I don't know. Is it to show legal muscle? I don't know. What I know is that we could have gotten this money and we are not getting it. Mind you, they had gone earlier to the appeals court. Come to me. They had gone earlier to the appeals court. The appeals court has said earlier that whatever Atuforsin and Jakpa were asking was without merit. The same appeal court today says, by majority decision 2-1, walk.
Johnnie's
She tell us
bite.
something. Now, Mr. Godfrey Dame says that we as citizens are shocked at the decision of the appeals court. And I was trying to understand how many citizens he had spoken to have gotten the sense that we, the citizens, are shocked at the decision of the court. Because as a citizen, I am shocked at his shock. As a citizen, I am shocked at Godfrey Dame's shock, because Godfrey Dame represents me as a citizen and all of us in the government. His to and fro from court and to court is sponsored by me. Everybody who helped him to fight this case is sponsored by me and you, or you and I. So now, is he working in our interest, or is working in another person's interest? That's the big question that must be answered. Because if we are actually talking about all the things that he claims to be preserving, he should have been listening to Johnnie's Bite. Just on Monday, I mentioned what rot was happening at the Ghana Meteo. I have been talking about state institutions and the rot and the impunity. The impression that is being created out there is that Atoforsin and Jakpa may be aligned to the NDC, or Atoforsin is aligned to the NDC. Jakpa may also be aligned to the NDC, and that's why you are witch hunting them. You want to talk about impunity? Have you spoken about the president's daughter's ambulance spare parts scandal? Did the company exist at the time they went into the deal? How much was involved? And there are so many of them. At Ghana Metro alone, 2.3 million, 2022, 2023. That's how much we blew away without receipts. Some with fictitious VAT certificates, some with fictitious NHIL, certificates, some with non-existent TIN number, some without receipts. Board members attend board meeting. They get board sitting allowance and they get TNT on top. No be me talk, Auditor General talk about it. So if Mr. Dummy is really interested, because I know they see him well. If he's really interested and he wants us to believe that that is the fight he's fighting, he should pick the Auditor General's report. The mispayments, the mismanagement, and all of those ones, he should be holding them. And you see, those institutions, as far as we know now, are headed by appointees of the government of which he is part. Maybe he wants to please Nanado and the government. They appointed those people. Why? The acting director general at, Ghana Meteo, who appointed him? The boss at Hefra, who appointed him? Gayhawk, who appointed him? So if you are looking at really cracking the whip and making sure that Ghanaians get value for money, pay attention. Pay attention. Pay attention. Pay attention. Because what you are doing is, I don't know. I don't want to describe it the way I want to describe it. Look, let's move on. Let's continue. Mr. Dami, pay attention here. Let's continue from where we stopped off at Ghana Met. And we'll stay on Ghana Met. I told you I'm doing a series on Ghana Met. And I hope that the minister would move in and correct the rot that is happening there. How do you go and buy a laptop at 51,200 cedis from a company that was not in good standing? And when they finish, they give you a fake VAT receipt. And GRA is sitting, Ghana Police is sitting. Then they fail to register, they fail to insure vehicles, and they fail to get roadworthy certificates. Dami has not seen it. Ghana Police has not seen it. If Johnnie Hughes had done it, it would have been topical, it would have been in the news. Today is a good day to have a good day. Let me just put this in. Please bring the report. Thank you. Today is a good day to have a good day. And just to let you know, if anybody comes on your page to dictate what you must post, sack them, because they also have their pages. Let them post what they want to post on their page. 2, if anybody comes onto your page to misbehave like a robot running on a low battery, you have to change the battery for the person and reset the toy. Do that. Don't let anybody take you for granted. Now, management, our review of the procurement plan of the vouchers of the agency revealed that the weather observation, I'm reading the last paragraph, the weather observation system is yet to be established at the Kumasi International Airport. Further, we noted that procurement processes are yet to be initiated. We recommended to the Acting Director General liaise with the Ministry of Finance through the parent company to ensure that this key system is established, or finance through its parent ministry to ensure that this key system is established. Give me the other documents on this one. I wanted a document where there's a vehicle, and Mr. Dami, pay attention. There's a vehicle, right? Now let's read it together. Transportation, a transaction without official receipt. No, we've seen that already. There's one. There's a final, I think the page 7, page 6, 7. Let's start from page 5. Where the vehicle, there's a vehicle, official vehicle, right? Presently with the former Director General or the board chairman or somebody like that. We'll read the document together. So you don't say I'm the one saying it. I'm quoting the Auditor General verbatim. I'm going to read it verbatim. Verbatim. I'm going to read it verbatim. We've spent money to repair vehicles that were supposed to have been, no, not this one, the other one, that was supposed to have been insured. A company that 21 vehicles under the Ghana Met that were not insured, risking the lives of people. Now, good. Two official vehicles belonging to the agency are in the possession of a former Director General of GMET and the Minister of Communications since 2019 and 2020 respectively. Mr. Dami, pay attention. Two official vehicles belonging to the agency are in the possession of a former Director General of GMET and the Minister of Communications since 2019 and 2020 respectively, and were not presented for audit as at the time of issuing this management letter. We recommended that AG, Director General, the Acting Director General, pursue the retrieval of the vehicles as a matter of agency and submit them to the audit for audit verification. You have finished your work. People are working. They need vehicles to work. Former Director General, you are keeping the car at home. Because of why? That's my primary school teacher. Because of why? Then it says 21 vehicles belonging to the agency do not have insurance policy covers and roadworthy certificates during the period January to December 2023. You see how we risk people's lives with impunity? Zanami, pay attention. We recommended that the AG, Acting Director General, ensures that funds are provided for so that the insurance and the other things will be done. Let's go to the next page, page 6. The insurance and the other things will be done. The transport officer to have all the vehicles insured, renew the roadworthy certificate, blah, blah, blah. Management of the NSC unilaterally, with impunity, reviewed and significantly adjusted fees and charges ranging from 50 and 100% for 5 services provided to the public without recourse to the Minister of Finance and the Parliament of Ghana. We recommended to the Acting Director General to revert to the previous fees and seek approval from the Minister of Finance for the adjustment of the fees. A review of the procurement plan and payment vouchers of the agency revealed that the automatic weather observation, we've read that. I will tell you how
Johnny's
the Ghana Met
right.
wants to buy vehicles when they have vehicles in people's homes. I'll show you some of those vehicles. The Ghana Met security people, they have written a petition. They wrote it on the 24th of July. And I told you we're running a series. That's for me, when I start my series, before I start it, I always have the documents ready. 24th of July. Please put that up for me. We don't have too much time. 24th of July, Ghana Met. Their security people are bemoaning. No, not this one. There's another one. 2 letters. 2 pages of the petition. This one, we'll come to it later. But there are 2 pages where somebody just woke up one day and decided that all the allowances that are due the security people, already their pay is poor. And whatever is due them is now being taken away from them. Let's read together. 24th June, 2024. Security Workforce, Ghana Meteorological Agency, Mimpasem, and so Ghana Met Pasem. Put the letter up there. Mimpasem, and so Ghana Met Pasem. The Director General of Administration, Ghana Meteorological Agency, Mimpasem Accra. DSA, grievance regarding cessation of allowances for holiday and weekend work. We, the security workforce, are writing on behalf of the security workforce at the Ghana Meteorological Agency, Mimpasem Accra, to express our collective grievance regarding the cessation of our allowances for working on holidays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Since January 2023, the security workforce has not received any allowances for working on these days. This situation has caused significant financial strain and has affected the morale and well-being of our team. As you are aware, working on holidays and weekends demands sacrifices, as we often forgo personal time and commitments to ensure the safety and security and smooth operation of the agency. The discontinuation of these allowances has not only impacted our financial stability, but also our motivation and commitment to our duties. Our team has consistently demonstrated dedication and professionalism in fulfilling our responsibilities, often going above and beyond to ensure the safety and security of the agency's premises and personnel. We kindly request the following. 1. Immediate review and reinstatement of the allowances for working days on holidays, Saturdays, and Sundays effective January 2023. So since January 2023, somebody has decided that we won't pay them even though there's money. and they would rather use the money to give board members extra money. They would rather take some of the money to funeral. They would rather take the money to buy fuel that they don't have receipt for. They would rather buy, laptops and inflate the prices without the procurement processes being respected, without the consultation of the IT people, and present fake VAT certificate. This is what I'm talking. Dummy, pay attention. 2, retroactive payment of all withheld allowances from January 2023 to date. 3, assurance that such an issue will not occur in the future, ensuring that our allowances are paid timely and consistently. We believe that our quest is fair and justified, considering the critical nature of our duties and the sacrifices we make. We are confident that the management of the Ghana Meteorological Agency values the contributions of the security workforce and will take prompt action to address this issue. On the other hand, we will advise ourselves if we are not treated fairly. We look forward to your positive response and immediate action to resolve this matter. We are available to discuss this further if necessary and hope for a swift solution. Thank you for your attention to this urgent matter. Yours sincerely, signed. I won't put the name so you go and victimize the person. Now, the Meteo staff themselves are also preparing to write. In fact, I've seen the draft of what they have written. The Kotoka International Airport staff, I've seen, no, give me the staff Deba thing. The Kotoka International Airport, I've seen the draft of what they have written. Now, you know, they play a very critical role. Airports, aviation security and everything, they play a very important role. If you want to fly today, and the Meteo guys say you can't fly, you cannot fly. They know it. Such an important institution of the Republic of Ghana cannot be treated like that, where the top is only enjoying and the bottom doesn't enjoy. This is the 24th of July. Notice of staff Deba. Warankasa Beba. We write to inform you that there will be a staff Deba. Listen to the English show. We write to inform you that there will be a staff Deba for all staff at the agency's headquarters. This Deba is intended to discuss the agency's mid-year review and its way forward. The Deba is scheduled for Thursday, 1st August 2024 at the forecourt of the agency's headquarters at 10 a.m. Don't worry, we will be there. All staff members are entreated to be present. Thank you. And we will be there, sir. Dr. Eric Esuman is the acting director general. No, pull it up. Go up. I want them to see those who have been carbon copied. Dr. Eric Esuman is the acting director general who has been mentioned severally and at many times by the auditor general in that report that I read to you, where all manner of rot is happening at the Ghana Meteo. It is the distributions to all unit heads, officer in charge Kiamo, a district meteorological officer Tema, notice board, and then it is carbon copied to management, right? Members of the all management team. It's carbon copied to them. Now let's see the vacancies that are available at Ghana Meteo and the vacancies that have not been filled since 2021 or so. Let's see it. And then let's ask ourselves who the management members here are. Who are the management members we're talking about? Deputy Director General in charge of support services. They don't have. Ghana Meteo doesn't have. They have not had that for a long time. Deputy Director General Operations. Ghana Meteo has not had that for a long time. So there's only one man playing at the top. And that is how come one man playing at the top who doesn't have two people to tell him, sir, taking off these security people's allowance is not good because already their pay is bad. So please don't take it. It will give us a bad name. And the deputy director in charge of operations would have spoken that sense. But in that room, there's only one person. In that room, the big room, there's only one person. He has no acolytes. There's no director in charge of research and applied meteorology. There's no director in charge of basic network and data processing. There's no director in charge of synoptic, meteorological, and forecasting. There's no director in charge of engineering. There's no director in charge of human resource. So how do they resource the Ghana Meteo? Let me pay attention. Let me pay attention. There's no deputy director in charge of human resource. There's no deputy director in charge of administration. There's no deputy director in charge of public relations. So yesterday I went to go and check on the website of the Ghana Met. It was a sorry website. Website that doesn't even have the management members on it, doesn't have a board members on it. The website is Zuguma like that. because you are not employing the people who will make sure that the work will be done. This should be the key agenda when you meet tomorrow for the staff deba. This and how much you have to pay the security people, and also to say things that will make the metro people not bring their petition to Johnnie Hughes, because if the petition comes to me, I will read it. I will make the public aware. Ghana must know.
Johnnie's right.
If there's anything called impunity, this is impunity. Impunity where you do not have deputy directors to aid the director general. You do not have directors to be line managers to manage things. You do not have deputy directors to support them. So how are you running the agency? Which agency? Which top management consultant, which public administration guru will tell me that this makes sense? It doesn't make sense. The things that are important, we don't do in this country. The things that are not important, we spend all our money, time, and resources, even quality, all the resources that we don't have, to go and push them. And then you find people defending such rubbish. How do we grow as a country? When Ghana, and even with all these deficiencies, look at how they are functioning, giving us accurate weather and all of that. So imagine what would have happened if they had the full complement. Imagine. Just imagine. Somebody presents an invoice to you. They're going to buy a laptop. What is the market value? They're going to buy a motorbike. What is the market value? They come back. They give you fake VAT receipt. Director of Finance, you take it. You pay them the money. Auditor General says, pay the money back. I'm watching. And yesterday, I know that there was a long board meeting. They started at 11. As of 6 or 5:30 when I checked, they were still there. Long board meeting. You will meet. You will meet. You will meet. Show me the other documents. We're wrapping up. You will meet. You will meet. You will meet, because when you cause the mess, you have to meet to fix the mess. And when you finish fixing the mess, you have to check out. Yes, you have to check out. When you finish fixing the mess, you have to check out. We have, I think that we have, as a country, tolerated too much of some of these things. And you see, when people become, how do I put it? When people get into positions of authority, we must not just be bowing and kowtowing to them. Look, let me end this. Tomorrow, I will give you another gamut of conversation about the Ghana Metro. But listen to our president, what he said then about those who are going to serve in his government. And his daughters, some of them, they have appointments in his government. Dami, pay attention. Pay attention to your boss. Listen.
I've said it,
Johnnie's
and I'll
right.
repeat it again. Those who are coming to this administration thinking that it's an avenue for making a lot of money are going to be disappointed. They better go to the private sector. That is where people make money, not in government. I've said it, and I'll repeat it again. Those who are coming to this administration thinking that it's an avenue for making a lot of money are going to be disappointed. They better go to the private sector. That is where people make money, not in government.
Mr. President, the private sector is collapsing.
Johnnie's right.
And your appointees, they are making kwacha to the point where they want to even buy our hotels. Mr. President, take a look at this statement again and look back and ask yourself, with just 4 months to go, have you done well? Good morning.